Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy John back at it with another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's been a while since I posted some content, especially with a haircutting tutorial video, but I'm trying to come back into the game, so let's make sure to hit that subscribe and like button, ring the bell if you have to, but let's get into this tutorial. So here I got my client who wants a 8 guard all around with a mid taper on the sides and the back. So as you can see, it's giving me a hard time. This client had just gotten out of work right now, and shout out to all my construction clients, even to the construction clients who may be watching this video right now. Shout out to you guys. Keep chándole ganas. My client right now just got out of work, like I said, from construction, so he has all that polvo, which means dust, which is not good for the clippers or the trimmers. But in this case, I mean, my shop is brand new, which is no excuse, but I have no shampoo or conditioner for this haircut. But you know what? We're just gonna have to dug it out. I mean, as you can see, his hair is everywhere, like shooting left, right, up, down, like if it's a D-pad on your PlayStation or Xbox controller. But man, this hair is not chopping through the clippers. But as you can see, I switched to my instincts, which, man, this clipper is a beast when it comes down to chopping down hair. Like, it'll cut through anything. But here it is, a little bit of some clipper over comb action. This technique, you gotta watch out with this technique because you don't want to dig the comb too much into the hair, because man, you know, once you cut the hair, hair doesn't grow back right there and then. So you gotta watch out. So now we switched it to my Instinct trimmer, which again, the Instinct series is a demon. Which, I mean, as you can see right here, that hair comes off right away. And then I started my trimmer guideline right between where the ear starts. And for me, I like to grab my 0.5 guard. I normally don't go with the no guard. I just grab a 0.5. It makes it so much easier for me to blend in my lines. But I do go ahead and do lever close on all my guidelines. With my 1 guard, I go ahead and do lever closed. And here I am with my 0.5 going in between my 1 and the 0.5 that I first created. Now I just kind of like lever plate with my clipper. As you can see, I have my 1.5 guard, which is lever closed once again, but then I do start lever plating between the guidelines. Just keep in mind, folks, that, you know, my technique does not work with everybody out there who is watching. Again, I know everybody has a different technique out there. There is no right or wrong way of cutting hair, just whatever works best for you. Master it and just keep going at it. But here I am with my 1, playing around with it. As you can see, smooth, crispy blends between the guidelines. Here I am with no guard. Now I start with lever close, taking out that bald line, and then as I move up, start moving my lever just like I did. And you want to make sure that you have a fade brush. The reason why is because there will be a lot of hair that will be falling into the work area that you are working at. Here I am with my trimmer. What I like to do is grab the ear and kind of move it away from where I'm trying to get into. That way you could create those sharp lineups that you are seeing. Here I am with the C cup area. Don't try to push it back too far out, because I mean the next day you'll be able to see where it grows back. So I kind of just go with my corners and start lining it up, edging it up. If you're a beginner barber, get ready to hear corners, 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 corners. You will not. Whenever I first started, that's the only thing I would hear is corner work, corner work, corner work. And it is true. Your corner work is very important because there are some tight areas in your canvas that it's just real hard to get to. So keep practicing on those corners. You'll eventually get it. Just corner work, lever plating, and next thing you know, it'll just all merge into one. So here we are with the back side of the taper. I created my trimmer line. I'm going to do the same steps that I did on the side taper. With the 0.5 closed. Now I'm here with my 1 closed, which eventually I'll move on to my 0.5 closed once again and start fading in between it. And as you can see, here I am, yup, like I said, with my 0.5 fading in between the 1 closed and the 0.5 closed. Here I am lever plating between the lines to get that blurry transition going. Now before this, I did debulk with the 2 all around, but I'm going to again with my 2 guard close, making sure there is no hair that I did miss. It's always good to go back and Even if you have passed it over and over again, there's still a few hairs that you will miss, so make sure you do that. And here I am with my 1.5 guard going between the 1 and the 2 guidelines that I have created to get that smooth transition in this haircut. So now here I am with my 0.5 again, making sure that I get everything nice and smooth before I go in with my no guard and taking out that bald line. And here I go, starting to take out that bald line to get that nice clean fade. But yeah guys, like I said, I am starting to come back with these videos. Make sure to comment down what type of haircuts you want me to do. I got a whole bunch of clients that get crazy hairstyles, so comment down what type of hairstyle you like to see me do, and I'll make sure to get that video going. I know it's been a minute, like I said earlier, that I haven't been posting, but I'm trying to get back into it, and I feel like with me cutting hair for 5 years that no other content is better or makes me feel good than, you know, sharing my knowledge, my techniques into your guys' day. But here I am. So now I am going with my trimmer, getting that fresh edge up behind the ear. Like I said, with the C cups, you do not want to go too far in because the next day you will see the pushback. That's what I meant, pushback. You will see the pushback, and you know, next day probably if you push them way too back. So you want to make sure that you're careful with this step. You know, start a little bit. Don't go too far in right away. Start little by little until you and your client feel good if you're a beginner barber. And here I am once again, clip over combing around the ear. I know I did this step earlier, but like I said, I like to go back and make sure that I didn't miss any hairs that were left. And also, I mean, I am edging up around the ear, so I got to do this step. But what I like to do is put my finger behind the ear and kind of like pull it away. That way I could get in there. Because if you do not pull away, like, your trimmers will nick them. Here I am with the last step into the fade, which is my shavers. You know, that Plata o Plomo, Pablo Escobar shavers I got. My boy Flaco, he wrapped them for me. So, you know, Wrap District, check him out. You know, he got a bunch of wrappings that you could send towards him. Shout out Flaco. But yeah, I mean, now here I am. Gonna put some hairspray on my client's hairline. Like I said, he just got out of work right now. He's probably with the hat or with the mask all day long. So his hair is going everywhere, like all over the place. Best tip I could give you, some hairspray. Blow dry it a little bit for that hair could like freeze up. And that way it does not move as much whenever you are lining it up, like I am right now. I like to start towards the middle and make my way to the left first. Make sure that I get it as crisp as possible. Some people have different hairlines. Some people don't have the best hairlines. I've seen people with calyx on their hairlines, bald spots with their hairlines, or thin areas. Just try to do the best you can. That's all I can say. Here I am doing the other side of his hairline. And here is the result that I have done. Here I am putting my finger away from the razor. You don't want to have your finger where you're kind of like going towards, because you do not want to cut yourself. Here I am doing the same technique. You can't really see. Should have done a better angle, but you know what, rookie mistake. I am grabbing the skin and kind of putting some tension on it. That way the razor glides through it, because if you don't, man, you're gonna nick the hell out of your client. But yeah, little stuff like this, it really makes the haircut pop out. I have learned from the guys around me and other barbers that I have been to. You know, I'm from Cali, and a lot of these barbers use edge ups, and you know, once you spray that aftershave, there's no better feeling than getting that little burn. You know, if it don't burn, it wasn't a good cut. That's my saying. But here I am showing my client the finished result. You know, he's happy with it compared to the big whole mop that he had before he came. You know, that hair was crazy, and now it's looking fly as hell, boy. Look at him enjoying his haircut. But yeah, make sure to stay tuned. Rate this haircut down in the comments below. Like I said, subscribe, like, comment down what type of haircut and hairstyles you want to see next. Stay tuned for more content, and please, please, please subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.